Welcome back, Wayward Souls, to the Double Tap In, episode 102.
Damn,
We're
we are
coming up.
getting really close.
Yeah, coming to a whole year of Wayward Souls.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So cheers, brother. And shout out to the Baltimore Orioles, and hopefully they kick off a good season here in about 6 days.
I don't even know what my fucking drink is. Hang on a second.
Holy shit.
That's just to give you... If you guys ever wanted to judge, for those of you that watch, what kind of train wreck my life is, judge it by the amount of stuff on the bar behind me. So you see...
Yep.
Right? So when shit's under control and things are going the way they're supposed to...
Clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can see, and it's not as bad as it was. I've cleaned it up a little bit, knowing that we were going to do this. But clearly, I have slacked because I didn't even have my drink. So, what the hell? So, cheers.
Cheers, brother. No, Lord have mercy.
Holy
So,
cow.
yeah, you sent me some pictures yesterday of a fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what did you do, Ben?
Tom and I went back down to Shad, the little pond right there by the dock, and they stocked it again. The state stocked it again with more rainbow trout. And
They sure did.
I don't know if it was rainbow trout and golden trout or just rainbow trout. But it's a stock and take pond or a stock and take location where they have a bunch of them across the state. So Tom and I said, fuck it, let's go. It was supposed to rain in the morning and drop the kids off. Down we go. And one of the reasons we like going to there is we can fly fish. There's enough space at a couple of places around it that you can get it out and get a pretty good cast. So we were fly fishing, and there's this guy there already there when we get there. Two guys, I'm sorry. And the one guy is just like steady reeling them in. You can take 5 a day. This guy's steady reeling them in. And checking his watch, checking his watch. And I don't say it's not too long, but he was there for a little bit while we were. Then he packs his shit up and heads out. And there's a guy next to him fly fishing as well that it seemed like he was pretty consistently reeling them in. Meanwhile, Tom and I, nothing. Actually, I'm sorry. I caught a bluegill. Caught a nice little bluegill. Took that off, tossed it back. Go around the other side where the guy that was like just steady catching them was, because, well, fuck it, I can catch fish there too. And don't catch anything. Actually, I get a nice little bite, and it's been so long since I was fly fishing and actually like caught one that I like yank it right out of his mouth. So that was fun. And the other gentleman that had been there for a while, the other guy fly fishing, he grabs his stuff and starts to go and chat with him briefly on his way out. I said, well, what are you using? And so he tells me, and I'm like, oh, nice. Well, it looks like you had a nice day. He's like, yep, I got my 5. I'm heading out. I said, good for you, man. Have a great day. So I go find something similar to what he was fishing, tie it on. And of course, it's the smallest little thing that they're biting on. And I remember it being a lot easier to tie these flies when I was about 20 years younger. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So now I'm trying to.
Yeah. Then you got to tie the freaking knot.
Yeah.
Not only getting the line through the little eye, but
then you got to
tie the damn knot.
Yeah. And I think I stuck myself. Well, the nice thing is that once you stick the fly into your finger, it doesn't move.
No.
So then that's pretty well stationary. So I tie it on. It's like my second cast with this little thing. Bang. Hits this thing and hits it hard. So I reel it in, right? Come up and sure as shit, this beautiful little rainbow trout. And I had brought a bucket to put it in just in case. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm carrying this bucket just to look like I know what I'm doing. Come to find out, I'm taking a fish home. So on the way home, Tom and I are talking about cleaning it and how he cooked his and how they turned out, and he was really pleased with how they turned out. So got home, cleaned it up. I'd made something else for lunch because I was fucking around with the pit boss, which that's a whole other conversation and show. But I eventually get it where I get the fish on the grill, and I go back in. I'm like picking at it, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm gonna wait till the end after we hear about your day, and then we'll talk about cooking the fish. So tell us about your day.
So we've mentioned Captain Zach in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I reach out to Captain Zach and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to go fishing? You want to go fishing in the river?" And he's like, well, I don't know. Oh, fuck yeah, I want to go. Let's go. So we load up the G3 and we head down to Shad.
Is that where you guys put in the Shad?
Yep, put in at Shad. And so he decided to clue me in on his secret spots on the Pocomoke River where we can catch crappie.
Well, so wait a second. What time did you get to Shad?
About 10:30, 10:45, something like that.
So we'd have been there.
Different day. This was day before, not yesterday.
Oh, you guys went Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So your pictures were delayed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So we put over. We head to secret spot number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And almost immediately I hook up with a slab crappie. So, and typically when you find one, you find your limit.
Yeah.
Especially a big breeder like this. So anyhow, that wasn't the case because that's how Captain Zach and I operate.
Right.
When you think it's normal, if it's Captain Zach and I, it's not.
It's fine.
It's just not. Independently, we kill fish. Together, fish are fairly safe. We're not going to limit out. Let's put it that way. It's just the luck of us, So we catch the rate of about 1 an hour, which, you're not skunked. You're still catching. You're on the river. Yeah. You're fishing. You're doing whatever. So it is what it is. So we're bottom fishing minnows, but we're also floating minnows when we're going over and we see the pods of fish. Yes, we were seeing pods of fish. Damn it. Apparently our minnows were not the favorite bait of the day, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we would set our depth to where we saw the fish swimming, and we were picking stragglers up here and there, but nothing to set the world on fire. And then the blue cats showed up.
Sounds terrible.
I have never caught a blue cat before. And, they're an invasive species, and you were supposed to catch them and sentence them to death immediately. So happy to oblige. Thank you very much. They saved the population of all the other fish that need to be saved. And they're also pretty freaking tasty from what I've been told.
Even more unfortunate.
Yeah. So we end up catching, he ended up with about a 4-pound blue cat.
Oh my.
Yeah. Real good sized blue cat. Well, I say that for that section of the river because they can get to be 50, 60 pounds, but
holy cow.
Oh yeah. They get to be real big. They've caught some 40 pounders in the Pocomoke from what I understand.
What?
Yep. Nanticoke River, even bigger than that.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Catfish Dave, who I follow, he fishes Tennessee River. He's caught an 82-pound blue cat. Yeah. So we catch a few blue cats, and we've had about 5.5, 6 hours on the water. So we decided to call it a day. And we come on home, and I asked Captain Zach, "What are you going to do with your blue cat?" And he says, "I believe I'm going to have catfish tacos."
Ooh.
So Captain Zach chunked his blue cat, made a beer battered mix,
Mm-hmm.
and deep fried his catfish for catfish tacos.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the beer he used was Modelo because we stopped at Newark Station and he got some Modelo to make his beer battered fry mix.
Nice. Here's my thing with beer battered stuff. I'm a fried food fan.
Yeah.
As long as it's done right, I'm a fan. But the beer battered stuff, every time I've had something that's beer battered, it's such a thick batter
Yes.
that it's like there's more batter than meat. There's more batter than whatever we're frying. And in that case, just get rid of it. I'm not interested.
I will do it, but I won't do it for like the tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's unless my chunks are real small, they're not going to fit in a taco shell.
Right. Right.
You know. So there we go with that.
Yeah.
I do like a beer battered piece of flounder, piece of rockfish, deep fried fish and chip style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now that I do like.
I can get down with all of that. Again, it depends on that batter and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like a thin batter or a thin coating on whatever's getting fried.
So I do want to give a shout out to Rope Walk down in Chincoteague. We went down last Friday night with Rob and Beth Price, and it was St. Practice Day when we went, and one of their specials was fish and chips. They had their fish was flounder, and I'm going to tell you, it was some of the best. I'm going to call it non-traditional fish and chips that I've had, because fish and chips is typically cod or something like that. Right. And it was damn tasty. Good. Their batter was good. The fry was good. It was tasty. I enjoyed that.
Very nice.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Very nice.
So we come home, and I take care of the fish and decide that I'm going to use a friend's seasoning on these fish.
Might it look a little like this?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Holy shit.
So get into what you did with yours.
So in talking with Tom, because I think he's done it at least twice before with boots. Cuts the head off, and then he'll season the inside, the outside, and then he'll take like a little bit of butter, put that on the inside, and then some lemon juice or lime juice or like a wedge of either, and then a little bit of onion, wrap it in a foil pack, and throw it on the grill. The first time he did it, he smoked it. He was smoking some wings and put that on there, right? Right. And the poor man just gets impatient, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah,
right.
So
this time he rolls it in a foil pack, throws it on the grill, 10 minutes aside, pulls it off. The skin peels right off. The meat is nice and flaky, and just the boots with that fish was very good. I'm in full fairness, full disclosure, I'm not a big fish guy.
Yeah.
Like it's taken me like sushi. I will eat sushi. Salmon that we cook, like I enjoy it. It's good. There's a gentleman at work. He'll bring in fish. He's a big fisherman. He'll bring in fish, and we'll have fish tacos at work. Fantastic. I don't eat a whole lot of fish. I don't cook a whole lot of fish, so it's not really my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
but it was good. The star of the show when I was eating that yesterday for lunch was the onions. Like, sorry to say it. Sliced up some onions to put in there with them. That butter, the boots. Holy cow! I don't know what it was about the butter, the lemon juice, the boots. The heat that I had been getting from the boots was gone. The onion was fantastic. Oh, it was so good. So that's how we did it here, and that's how Tom has done it. And he said the fish is phenomenal. The onions are very good. So he's reported the same thing. So can confirm that works.
Good. It looked good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was again for not cooking fish, and the other ways that I've cooked fish. The salmon we do in a sous vide, and then I throw on the grill, or I throw in the pan. The times that I've made like flounder tacos or like some kind of white fish tacos have been in the oven, or not the oven, on I did them on the stovetop, but I could have done them on the Blackstone.
Yes.
This was very good. Yeah, and especially going from the water, and like
big difference.
Yeah. The fun part, this squirmy little bastard, right? So I've got him in my bucket. I'm like, all right, and I've got gloves on, so I try to go in and pick him up, and of course it's a fish and it's wet and it's slippery, so it's slipping out of my hands before I can get him out of the bucket. And I had a tray. When you go to buy like vegetables that have already been started,
yes,
like they give you the tray with like the grate across the bottom. I had one of those, and I'm like, this fish is going to die anyway. So what does it matter if it's in water or not? So I dump the water out. I go back in, I pick this thing up, and it's still slipping out of my hand. So I grab a towel, and I grab him in the towel, and now I'm holding him. And I'm like, well, I'm not just going to cut this poor bastard from butthole to gut to mouth. So I go get a stick in the yard, and I go, and funny thing, he stopped squirming.
Yep. Funny how that works.
Yeah. So, I don't know why. Like that was the hardest part of the whole thing.
Yeah. It's the blue cats. I didn't feel sorry for.
No.
No.
I think if I ever get the chance to hook into a snakehead, not going to have a problem with that.
No.
Like the blue cat, like that. I would love to go do that with you, because they put up a pretty good fight too, right?
Yeah. And these were, they were 2-3 pound fish. Except for Zach. Zach was bigger, but
yeah,
they were fun. Knew what it was immediately. If it's not biting like a perch, it's not biting like a crappie. It's fighting like it's on a mission.
Yeah.
And
it knows it's going to die, and it doesn't want to.
Yeah. And they were good. They were a good time. So I bought in preparation, you buy a boat and you're going to fish. I bought an electric fillet knife.
Oh, okay.
Battery operated fillet knife, I should say. And I can tell you, I zipped through 6 fish in just about 4 minutes. And zipping is correct. It was so fast and so clean. I was concerned that I was going to lop a finger off.
Oh yeah.
So I was making sure to do everything away from me, all that life safety shit, because I can see how that would get away from me really quick.
Oh yeah. I was telling Tom, he called me after it was all done. And I told him about cracking it over the head with a stick. And I was like, I just knew if I tried to hold it while it was still alive and tried to gut it, and I was like, I'd cut my hand off. So that was.
Well, you'd have lost your tip again or some shit.
Yeah, right. So you get them all filleted. What did you end up doing with yours?
Got them all filleted, and because this is the first time having blue cat, I did not want to overpower the fish. I wanted to get the truth. I want to know what they taste like.
Yeah.
So I didn't add onion. Normally I do the same thing. I slice onion thin. I lay it across the fish. I do the lime juice or lemon juice, typically lemon juice, and season it and good to go. So last night, because we wanted to try the pure flavor, I'm going to say that, and I buttered a baking dish. I'm salivating right now. I put the crappie on one end. I put the fillets of the catfish on the other. I used boots on all of it, and then put a couple pads of butter on top, and then threw it in the oven and baked it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if it was the combination of the type of fish, the butter, the boots, whatever. Buddy, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking tasty, man. I mean,
right.
Tasty. Is there any left? No. No. Now, granted, crappie aren't huge fish anyway.
Right.
And when you fillet them out and cut the rib section out, okay, you've got a couple ounces of meat that you're dealing with per slab.
Yeah.
So.
But the catfish, like, you had some catfish meat.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah.
Real good shit. I want to go out now and target blue cats.
Yeah.
Because I can fillet them out, vacuum seal them, 2 fillets to a bag, and stock my freezer and not be upset about it.
Yeah. I think this summer, like, we need to get on the blue cat. We should like, Maryland should feel safe with us on the water trying to attack these invasive species. Like,
I was so amped up that I made 16, not that you can see what exactly they are. I made 16 fishing rigs yesterday. When that front came through, my head was splitting right. I was hurting. I couldn't sit still. So I broke out all my fishing shit and started tying rigs yesterday and did 16. Nice. So we're set on tackle for the double tap fishing team. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've got a good number of stuff for the snakehead. Last summer, fall, I was like, I'm going to catch one of these damn fish. And I still haven't. Apparently it's just a matter of, like, right place, right time, because they're pretty easy. Apparently, I just haven't, when
they're hungry, apparently they're easy.
Yeah. And everything that I've been seeing, it's top water stuff with some cover where it's shallow, and but I've heard very good things about snakehead too.
Oh yes, I've had snakehead. Snakehead is fantastic.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the story. I went to an O's game. I went to a night game followed by a day game. It was Detroit, and my buddy Roger, who now lives, oddly enough, in the same neighborhood that Josh lives in. He's from York, Pennsylvania. He's a retired command staff from York City PD, and he always did his thing around his birthday, which is coming up. And it's called Roger Fest. He's a big Detroit Tigers fan. We would do Roger Fest. We go to an O's game. We go to Baltimore, and do that sort of shit. So anyway, I'm waiting for Roger Fest to start. And I walked by the Alewife. If you ever heard of the Alewife, they're out of business now, but it was a restaurant in Baltimore or bar restaurant. And I walked in to grab a beer before the game. And I said, well, I should probably get something to eat too. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they had snakehead sliders on the menu.
Oh, wow.
And I went, I've heard that they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Time to find out.
Yeah.
They were fucking fantastic.
Wow. Nice.
Ugly ass fish.
Oh my gosh.
But tasty as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. The Chesapeake Kana.
Whatever. It's fucking snakehead.
It's a fucking snakehead. Come on.
Yeah. Like, let's
not
beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe when the governor finds some of our money that, we misappropriated, we can change the name, but like right now, let's not fucking worry about it.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
It's still an ugly fucking fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you call it. It's ugly.
Nope. Still ugly. Still tasty.
So yeah, I think between some of the stuff that I have, some of the stuff that you have,
We're going to be set.
yeah.
And I have 4 large catfish setups so we can drift the southern portion of the Pocomoke where apparently these big cats are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want a citation catfish now.
Hell yeah. What's the size for a citation?
I'm not sure. It might be 40 inches.
Okay.
It's a big freaking catfish.
Yeah.
And just I have it bookmarked, so
Let me see. It's only a Google away.
yep. This is the law where we look for our shit. Blue cat flathead. There we go. Whoop, that didn't give me the size.
40.
Yep, 40. I thought it was 40. Yep.
And 30 for snakehead.
Yes. Which is still.
That's a big fish.
Yeah, it is. So I think I've mentioned it before. I want to do the Master Angler, State of Maryland Master Angler, which you catch 10 citation fish. There's one for, obviously there's one, then there's 5, and I forget what it's called. If you get 5, you get a special award. If you get 10, you get Master Angler. Well, I saw a 10-year-old girl got Master Angler. I said, well, fuck, if a 10-year-old girl can do it, I can do it.
I mean, she's a hell of a fisher person.
Oh, hell yes. Yeah, her dad's taking her everywhere, and her list was impressive with the shit that she's caught. They put it in the DNR bulletin or something, and some of the fish she caught was damn impressive. But I'm ready, and that, the best laid plans. We were going to fish yesterday, and this front rolled through, and my head was splitting open, and there was no way I'm going to go out and battle the wind and a migraine. It's just not. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. I can hardly focus to tie knots. I can't imagine trying to focus to run a boat.
Yeah. What's interesting is on the Maryland website, under the division for invasive species,
yes,
they still list the northern snakehead.
Yeah.
So they haven't gotten to the renaming of it there.
Right. Probably because DNR is going, fuck it. We're not naming it that pussy shit.
Yeah, DNR's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
So
take it. Fill your boat. Do what you want.
So what is interesting is so yesterday you posted the fish that you caught from Wednesday. I posted the stuff that I did in the group. So if you're not following the group, Wayward Soles, the Double Tap In podcast group on Facebook, make sure you go there and then share that with your friends. But our good friend Doug Andrews, I had texted him earlier in the day because that's when the Jerky podcast came out. So I sent that to him. And then he listened to it, said thanks. He really appreciated it. A lot of info. And I have a feeling that next fall, when he starts killing some deer, there's going to be some jerky coming around.
Yep.
In fact, he told me so. But then he said in a separate text, he said, with the fishing and all that stuff that's going on right now, like, it'd be cool if you guys did a show on that. And then you post your fish. After I got my text later that night, he posts a comment on your fish. Like, hey, you guys should do a show. So all of that to say is, as much as we've talked about Doug, and Doug being the outdoors person that he is, Doug, check your calendar, buddy. We're going to get you on the show. The nice thing is,
we're going to get you on the boat.
And, well, yeah, all the above.
Yeah.
Nice thing is that he's retired. So the only person we have to worry about with our schedule there is this poor bastard.
Yeah, there he is.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy. Yeah. That guy.
That motherfucker.
So, but yeah, I mean, I can tell you, Doug he'd be a great time to have on the show.
Yeah.
So Doug,
he does a little bit of everything.
He does. He does crabbing, fishing, hunting, and like of all the species, like if you can kill it or you can catch it.
Yep.
He's in, and his son Grant is in. So I've known them since the oldest Delaney was in high school as a freshman, and through since then. And the only thing that I've ever seen Grant get really excited about or like smile about was going hunting or going fishing. Like he is your typical Eastern Shore kid, and that's all, Eastern Shore boy, and that's all he wants to do. And is good at it. So maybe we'll get both of them. That'd be fun.
So I'm going to kick in a little marketplace find that I did the other day.
Okay. Yes. What do we have?
So I'm minding my own fucking business. I'm not doing shit. I do my daily look at marketplace.
That's the way the story already starts. It's tale's old as time.
It was a dark and stormy night, and I opened up marketplace.
Bang.
And lo and behold, I need an 82-inch Bimini top. 82 inches from port to starboard. 82 inches. What's the first picture I see? A Bimini top with a measuring tape at 82 inches.
Bang. So when did you go pick it up?
Yesterday. No, day before yesterday. $650 new on their website, the company's website. $50. $50. Brand new.
You didn't even think about it. You just texted the man and said, "I'm on my way."
I did. I was at PT. I was sitting in at PT, and I said, "Hey, I get done with PT." And, sidebar, that was my last physical therapy visit. 52 sessions, and I had been cleared from physical therapy.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got a laundry list of shit that I got to work on, but it's all in time. All in time.
Yeah.
So anyway, I go meet this kid. He's across the street. He's over here in Decatur Farms. So I go meet him real quick. Yep. Good kid. Good kid. He goes to Salisbury University. He is a hunter and a fisherman. And he's a hunterman. And so we got talking about, he's got a yellow lab, and we got talking about his yellow lab. We got talking about goose hunting. We got talking about Sir Charles, So I ended up spending like a half an hour talking to this kid. We did the deal in 47 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's your money.
Yeah. And then the next, 29 and a half minutes, we were discussing hunting and fishing and boats and everything. Just a good kid.
Good. Very nice.
Yeah. So we have a Bimini top now. We're not going to get sunburned.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. The mounting brackets to put on my boat, it's got a track that runs all the way around. It has a track system. And much like M-Lock on a AR-15, you put them in, you twist them, and then you can slide them up and down the full length of the boat.
Nice.
The mounting brackets were twice the cost of what I paid for that Bimini, and I'm okay with it.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good stuff.
I'm not drilling holes in my boat.
Fuck no.
So especially with that track system, just not having. So anyway, if you see a camouflage boat with a royal blue freaking Bimini top, mind your business. I wasn't spending $650 to get a camouflage matching Bimini.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Gives it character.
That's right. Yeah, you can call me the blue top, whatever you want to. At least I'll stand out and people know it's me.
Yeah, you can call me whatever the fuck you want for that price.
That's right. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And brand new. Brand new.
What happened?
Do what?
What happened? Why was he selling it?
It came with a boat that he bought, and he bought a T-top. He has no use for a Bimini with the
okay.
T-top.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, I'm okay with it.
That's right.
Yeah, he says it's been sitting in my garage for a year. Da 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 da. So, well, I don't care. It's undercover. It's undercover and wrapped up. It's got a sleeve around it, and the sleeve had some dust on it, and whatnot. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I come home. I set it on the ground so I can start doing work to it. The first thing that happens is Charles walks up to it and pisses on it. You fucking bastard! I can't believe you did that shit. So I had to zip the cover off, set it up, wash the cover, put the cover back on, and that's when I discovered it was brand new. Still had the tags when you folded it out. Still had the tags on the inside.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, he said, I don't know if it's going to fit in your truck. I said, for $50, it's going to fit in my truck. I got ratchet straps.
Yeah,
we're good. And I'm going 300 yards. It'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah. Chill, dude. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Look through your backyard. You see that steeple? That's my house.
Yeah. You live at the church?
Yep, pretty much. Trying to think who I was having a discussion with yesterday. Oh, I was over at physical therapy, wrapping that up. And my physical therapist, Nick, lives right down the street. I've mentioned that before. Well, apparently he ran by the day before yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning, and Cooper barked at him. And, he's fine with that. He said, well, I'm not going to run by your house anymore at 6 a.m. because I don't want to wake your neighbors. And I went,
they're dead.
I said, my neighbors don't care. And he got this inquisitive look, and he goes, oh, shit. I said, yeah, people are dying to get into my neighborhood, dude. They don't give a fuck. I can tell you. They don't care. He goes, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Do what you want, man.
Yep. Do whatever you want. My dogs don't care. The neighbors don't care. You need to run by. I'm not going to alter your path. You just you go right ahead.
I don't want to wake your neighbors. Man, the coming of Christ is the only thing waking those neighbors.
Yep. Yeah. Oh my God. Funny as shit.
So, all right. Well, that's where we're going to wrap this show up. So make sure you join the group on Facebook, Wayward Soles Double Tap Podcast group, and share that with your friends, and share with us whatever you're doing, whatever you're cooking. If you see something on there, comment on it. Again, that's the whole point for the group is to just
anything you want to share.
Yep.
Share.
Go right ahead. Yep. Unless you're being a dick, we're not going to tolerate that.
Yeah, we have a no douchebag rule. So
yeah. So, but other than that, it's fair game. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the show. We'll see you next time.